Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. Skunk River Radio will also be available on Google Assistant in the near future. You can listen to me, Steve Shuttler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010.
Build it together. Build it with Valley Lumber.
Are you building a new house or maybe wanting to do a remodel? Come check out our showroom at Valley Lumber and Hardware's Eddyville location. Cook kitchen cabinets, masonite interior doors, and more. Not sure what you want? Let us help with the design and layout of your new kitchen or remodel. At Valley Lumber and Hardware, we can help with any room in the house, from lumber for building to shower enclosures, paint, and more. Choose Valley Lumber and Hardware with locations in Eddyville and Albia.
Hey, and welcome in. It's the Iowa Music Showcase here on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook and YouTube, also on Skunk River Radio Facebook. How are we all doing today? Hey, we got a lively bunch, a lively crowd here at Barn Wired in Sigourney. I don't have much of a voice if you've been seeing the morning show this week or anything else that we've been doing. I'm kind of battling some throat issues. I'm feeling fine. Amanda's trying to keep her distance from me. How you doing, Amanda? Tell us all about the specials this week.
So our sandwich of the week this week is ham salad on croissant, and our soup is chicken noodle. And then, of course, on Thursdays, we are still doing our taco salads, and you can get a half a taco salad or a full taco salad. That is, we serve that over lunch and the dinner hour, or supper. I don't know. My husband and I fight about that all the time. I put it on my Snapchat story the other day, and he's like, that's the same thing, right? And I was like, whatever. Anyway, so whatever. And so we're open, of course, on Thursdays till 9 p.m. And then Saturday and Sunday, we serve breakfast all day long from 8 to 2. And then the lunch menu is available from 10:30 to 2. So next week, our soup of the week will be a loaded potato soup. And we're doing a new sandwich of the week, and I'm kind of excited about it. So it is called a brisket grilled cheese.
Ooh, yeah. Neil's all about that.
So it'll have Colby Jack, pepper jack, sauteed onions. You can get it with or without any of those that you don't want. And on toasted sourdough with our house barbecue. So I'm a little bit excited about that sandwich. So, okay, great.
All right, give it up for Amanda. Let her... hear your love. That's Amanda Snakenberg with Barn Wired here in Sigourney. And, of course, we're here every Friday from 11:30 to about noon with our Iowa Music Showcase. Different Iowa or Illinois, in this case, artists and to hang out with us. Yeah, I just found out that you're not actually an Iowan, but you're from Illinois.
I'm right on the Iowa-Illinois border. So
Do we need to get his microphone a little bit closer, Neil? Just
check
pull that
1, 2.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm right on the Illinois-Iowa border. I'm like 20 miles from Iowa.
All right, so you're Iowa-ish.
I'm a honorary Iowan, I guess. I've been hitting the 83-80 corridor for 6 months. So
right.
Iowa's been good to me so far.
So where are you? Where do you live? Where's your residence?
So I am from Geneseo, Illinois. Okay. So that's a little small town off of Interstate 80. Right outside of Moline, Rock Island, Davenport.
Yeah.
So just a small little town, about 10,000 people. That's where I reside.
Well, and we should mention this is Bugs Benson. I didn't even say your name yet.
My name is Bugs with a Z.
So all right. A bunch of things are running through my brain right now.
Yes,
First
sir.
of all, let's tackle that first name, Bugs, B-U-G-Z. Is that your real name?
My name's Juan. No, So,
And you don't have to tell us your real name. I just wanted to double
all
check.
good. Real name's Alex.
Okay.
So it started out as Buggy. And I think that just came from just my natural personality, you know.
All right.
Just a little bugged out. And so they started calling me Buggy.
All right.
And then I attached the last name, fake last name,
All right.
Benson.
Okay.
So that's fake last name, not even my real last name. I can't tell you how many checks I've gotten written out to Bugs Benson.
Yeah.
And scribble it out, write my real name. Yeah, and so it's just kind of an evolution, and I was trying to think of a singular name, kind of like a branding thing.
Sure, yeah.
So I landed on Bugs with a Z,
Yeah.
and I got it tattooed across my knuckles.
Nice. So you're stuck with it.
I'm stuck, and I even got it twice.
Oh, wow.
So there's another one hidden
Nice.
in there. So, yeah, I like it. I just think it's an easy way for people to know who
Oh,
I
yeah.
am. And,
It definitely stands out.
yeah.
I've never met anybody named Bugs before.
Well, besides Bugs Bunny, right?
Yeah, but-
well, I don't know if you met him, though.
No. What's up, Doc? So it's funny because we'll tie that in. I always do on Steve Shetler Media for 3 weeks each month. We always have a tournament, and it's just a random thing that we pick for a tournament for a topic. This month is 1980s cartoons. Saturday,
nice.
and Bugs Bunny is in the final championship matchup right now against the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So you got Tortoise versus the Hare. The Turtles against Bugs Bunny. So, yeah, we've been talking about Bugs Bunny and Bugs Benson this week a lot on Steve Shetler Media. So.
I love it.
Bugs.
Yes.
That's a cool name. So you're from Geneseo. How long have you been doing music?
All my life.
All right.
Professionally for the last 20 years.
Okay.
Well, let's call it like 17, because I started doing this when I was 13 years old, playing drums. I played in a band called Sleeper Wake Society for about 10 years. I've played in jam bands. I went through the metal scene. So I've kind of gone through a bunch of different genres. And lately, I've kind of landed in the country, rock, Americana genre.
Okay.
So I'm pretty eclectic when it comes to what I play.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people like coming to see my shows, because they never really know what genre I'm going to land in. So it's fun. You know?
Does it vary from night to night?
It does. So it just depends on where I play. You know, I accommodate my sets to where I'm at. You know, if I'm deep in a honky tonk, it's gonna be a country set.
Sure.
You know, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But if I'm in a rock and roll bar, it's gonna be, you know, a rockin' set. You know, maybe some Zeppelin. Maybe I might do Dark Side of the Moon. I do what I call the bug side of the moon. So that is, you know, that's a typically that's been a nice closing song.
Okay.
So yeah, it does change night to night. I made a vow to never play the same set twice.
Nice. Yeah.
So if you come to see me 2 nights in a row and I'm doing the same set, I'd probably just leave. So, you know? So I like originality and all things.
Yeah. No, that's cool. And as you mentioned, yeah, you've been in rock bands. I'm not quite sure how you described them. But one thing we can't see now, you put this shirt on, and it's kind of covering up some of you're tattooed. You got lots of tattoos.
Yeah, I don't even know how many I got. You know?
I think we're going to see them. All right, here it comes. Look out. Oh, there you go. So there's a few of the tattoos.
I got a few. That's my most recent one.
Wow.
It's a cowgirl in the desert with a bull skull.
You got the spider web on your elbows. Both elbows.
Dual spider webs.
All
I got
right.
an eyeball in my elbow.
It's an elbow eyeball.
So it winks. And then I got an eyeball on my hand.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I got a few tattoos. I'm actually sponsored by a tattoo shop called 10 and 1 Tattoo.
Okay.
And that is where I get all my ink done.
Where are they located at?
So 10 and 1 is based on Route 66 in Williams, Arizona.
Oh, wow.
But my tattoo artist is from the Quad Cities.
Oh.
So when he comes back home, he gives me a jingle, and I run in, and when we see what kind of fun we can get to do together. But no, he's been my tattooist for the last almost 3 years,
Yeah.
and he's one of 3 friends. Yeah.
Am I your fourth now?
Steve, you're number 1, man.
Oh, nice. It's like MySpace back in the day. You could rank like your top 6 friends.
Yeah, Tom is out.
Tom's out.
Tom's
Tom
out.
at MySpace.
Steve's in.
All right. Well, I'll take it. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear some of this music now. So you range anywhere from, like you said, hardcore rock to Americana type music.
Yep.
We're gonna do some acoustic stuff, obviously, today.
Yes,
and
sir.
we always do original stuff here on this show.
Yep.
So what kind of music are you gonna crank out today?
All right. So these next 3 songs are off my solo record, just called Bugs Benson. 2 of the singles one of them I'm going to play is on all major streaming platforms, called Stained Glass Window. And the rest of the record will be out, I think, end of the summer. It's all done. I'm just waiting for a good show or something to put it out. But this music is a bit psychedelic. This music's a bit country. This music's a bit funk. It's got a bit of a groove to it, a unique picking style.
Okay.
And then some of my vocals, I think, are kind of haunting on top of it. But yeah, one song's kind of a desert rock country song. The next song is called Girl. Just that's all it's called.
Okay.
And that's the song I wrote back in high school that I'm going to play for you guys too.
Okay.
And that's country.
Cool.
But Stained Glass Window, what I want to play for you right now is, I think, a bit Americana. I think that's where this would land.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to hear it. I know this is the one that you were playing a little bit before.
Yeah, this is one I was
Okay.
playing a little bit before.
So this has got a cool sound to it. So
Yeah, and this is a song I wrote about getting sober, actually.
and we'll talk about that
Yeah.
maybe in our next segment. So,
let's-
let's save that story, but let's get into this tune.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here is original music from Bugs Benson here on our Iowa Music Showcase.
All right, this song is called Stained Glass Window, everybody. I could have got high, I could have got low, I could have tripped into some snow. Now you sit there and stare at me like a stained glass window. Alright, you want it fast? Do you want it slow? Girl, always secret, or does everybody know? Now you sit there and stare at me like a stained glass window. Alright. And if I told you how it was, how you really made me feel, would you just look my way and say, hey Bugs, what's your deal? I could run to the land of snow, bullets in my gun, let everybody know. Now you sit there and stare at me like a stained glass window. I could run to the land of snow, bullets in my gun, let everybody know. Now you sit there and stare at me like a stained glass window. And if I told you how it was, how you really made me feel, would you just look my way and say, hey Bugs, what's your deal?
I like it.
Thank you so much.
Bugs Benson here on the Iowa Music Showcase. Again, we're live at Barn Wired in Sigourney. Before we go to break, we do need to give a shout out
to Candace.
We need to remember to do that. So go ahead, give her a shout.
Yeah, thank you so much, Candace from Blonde Ambition Booking, for introducing me to Steve.
Yeah, Candace was here just a few weeks ago with the duo at the time. They're a trio, but there was a duo that day, Rural Route. And Candace does some booking on the side for other artists. So that's how Bugs and I got connected for today. So appreciate you, Candace, if you're watching today.
Yep,
so let's go ahead
Candace.
and take a break. We'll hear from some of our sponsors on Facebook and YouTube and be back more live with Bugs Benson here at Barn Wired. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
Stam Garden Center. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com. And we are back live here on the Iowa Music Showcase at Barn Wired in Sigourney. Thanks for tuning in here on Steve Shetler Media and on Skunk River Radio, which, by the way, if you haven't checked out Skunk River Radio, it's an online radio station playing the very best country music from 1990 through 2010, along with some Iowa country music. Check out the website, check out the app. Check it out on Alexa. Various ways to listen to Skunk River Radio. We're hanging out with Bugs Benson. Again, I don't have much of a voice today, but we're going to make it through. We're going to make it through together.
That's right. Just like the Halls commercial.
Yes,
you know?
Yeah. So, Bugs, let's see here. Where do we want to go? Let's talk about, we were talking about sobriety and you being sober now for a while. I'll let you tell that story.
Yeah. So I am 18 months sober. My name's Alex. No. But no, yeah, 18 months. I spent from about 17 to 27 just drinking. And that's what I did. And my grandpa, it's a genetic thing, you know. My grandpas are alcoholics, you know, and it runs down the bloodline. But my grandpa beat it, and he was a leader of AA in our town. And I figured, you know, if he can do it, if he can break the genetic curse, then so can I. So I did, and I got the AA symbol tattooed on my wrist. So if I'm ever tempted to take a drink, I can just look down at this little symbol. So yeah, that's just a brief story. I lived the rock and roll life. I did everything and nothing in between. So it's just good to be sober and have stability. I think that's a lot better than the excesses of what people portray as the rock star life. You know, it just gets old. I have a lot more fun just hanging out, meeting new people, being sober, being present.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for me, just being present with everybody. Because when you're not sober, I lost many years of my life just not being present to the people I love. So it's just a being present thing.
Cool. No, great job. Really good job on staying sober and doing those good things. Now, but you said, but not drinking doesn't mean that you're not still doing the rock and roll thing, because you're still not only doing this type of music, but you're still doing rock. I mean, we were just talking during the commercial break.
Yes.
You're still the front man for, I'll let you tell.
Yeah, so I have played drums in a band called Flabbergaster for the last 2 years.
Flabbergaster.
We are in the works of getting back together. So me and my guitarist started talking again, and so we're gonna get this album out and start playing some shows. But that band is funk. We like really funky stuff. So anything funky we love. But also you have me behind the kit, so I like my double bass, and I like to hit the China cymbal, and I like to get loud and crazy. So we do a lot of funky stuff, and then we take it to a level that you wouldn't expect, then we bring you right back down to the funk. That's the Flabbergaster secret, is we take you to the peak, and then we'll carry you down the mountain. I'm not going to leave you up top. So, but that's the way I kind of look at music. But yeah, I do play in a rock and roll band.
Yeah.
So I do still. I mean, I give it all I got. I almost need an oxygen tank when I get off stage. I just lay down with my shirt off and sweat for 15 minutes. So.
And you're I don't know if you pointed out, you're the lead singer and you're the drummer.
Yes, sir.
At the same time.
Yep.
You're playing drums and singing.
Yeah. So my brain is completely screwed.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just compartmentalized. I really don't know. It's interesting. This thing happens to me where you can ask me the lyrics to a song right now, and I might be able to get like a verse, but I get up on stage, I get behind the microphone, and it's just there.
It all kicks in.
It's just something that I can't explain. How my memory works.
Yeah.
I still don't know.
Well, your brain's doing two different things. It's playing drums and singing the lyrics. It takes you're a genius, man.
I don't know about that. I put my
musical genius.
Put my shoes on just one at a time. You always put your shoes on the same foot first. So if you didn't know that, sorry for messing with your mind a little bit, but you always go for the same foot.
All right, so now we have to also tell another story. Now, you were telling us when you got here,
yes, sir,
about how you followed the Grateful Dead for a while.
Well,
or was that a real story?
That is. So Dead and Company is what I followed. So it wasn't the Grateful Dead.
Right.
The Grateful Dead last show was Soldier Field, 1995.
True.
But they have gone on in many different incantations. The Dead and Company was the closest that it's came to being the Grateful Dead.
Okay.
So it was the two original drummers, Bobby Weir. So you had the core there. So that's the closest you're going to get to today to seeing the Grateful Dead is, Bob Weir is carrying it. Right
and you're
now.
the closest thing we're going to get to a Deadhead.
Yes. So, yeah, I've got Grateful Dead tattoos on my legs, on my arms.
Let's not see those. Keep your pants on.
Yeah. You don't want to see those. I got one on my butt. No. I'm just kidding.
Or is he?
Yes. Come to my next show and find out.
So you've lived a crazy life, the
Yes.
rock and roll life. You've come out of it on the other side now, sober, and you're doing great stuff. So
I made it through. I didn't think. I thought I for sure was not going to make it to 30. I just turned 30, and I feel great. I'm probably going to outlive all my friends. So no, I'm just kidding.
Well, let's go ahead and get into our second song of the day. What is song number 2?
All right, this song, I call it Desert Burning Red. That's always what I've called it. And it is the second or third song off my album. And if you listen to my album, I'm playing every instrument on the record.
Okay.
So I'm doing drums, bass, guitar, vocals, and keyboards. And I recorded this record over the span of 2 weeks.
Okay.
I just kind of locked myself in my country house and recorded it. But this song's called Desert Burning Red. I originally wrote this on bass. I'm going to transpose it to guitar and play it for you guys.
And is this making its world debut?
This is. I rarely play this live because it's a difficult song to play. This is its world debut, yeah.
All right. Once again, here is Bugs Benson on our Iowa Music Showcase.
In my head, see a desert burning red. Remembering all the words that she said. You've been gone too long. Now I'm gone. Oh, in my heart a mountain grows deep and wide. With all my love for you on the other side, I see the sunshine in your eyes, deep in disguise. Another lovely surprise. Cool drink of water on the rise. I see the sunshine in your eyes, deep in disguise.
Bugs Benson here on our Iowa Music Showcase.
Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, that's a tricky little riff to play.
I like it. Yeah. No, that's a cool song. And you caught me off guard with the ending of it. I didn't want it to be over yet. Bugs Benson here on our showcase. We should also mention that Bugs literally drove through the night to be with us today. Where were you last night?
Oh, I was in Knapp, Wisconsin at the Nickel Inn last night at their grand opening celebration.
Nice.
And that is about 30 miles from Minneapolis.
Okay.
So I was up there.
Yeah.
And I drove through Minnesota. First time going through Minnesota. So that was cool, I guess. And then I kind of just followed the storm here. It was awesome. I didn't get caught in any rain. I was watching lightning the whole way. So that was keeping me awake and entertained. I was seeing lightning shooting across. But yeah, so I been driving about 11 hours now.
You took a little bit of a nap when you got to town.
I did. I took a little bit of a nap. Of course, I couldn't sleep. I was, excited to hang out with my new best friend, Steve.
On MySpace.
On MySpace. Only MySpace only, yeah. What was before MySpace? There was something before that.
But just normal life.
Normal life. But anyway, about 5 hours up, 5 hours down.
Yeah.
And then tonight I am playing at a place called Kickstand, which is when I first booked it, I thought it was a biker bar. But it is a bicycle bar. And it is awesome. I mean, it is in this place called New Bohemia in Cedar Rapids.
Okay.
And they just have a bunch of bike trails going along, and people just roll up on their bicycles. And they have a big outdoor area, and they let me set up my full rig. These people are insane. They let me do what I want, and it's nice. So normally I'm using a small little amp. I go there, they say louder, and it's like, okay, just keep bringing me back. That's what I want to hear.
Louder for the biker moms.
Yes.
Bicyclist moms.
But it's awesome. So and that's speaking of, my rig, I bring with me a full PA everywhere I go. And I adapt my sound setup based on the venue that I'm at,
Yeah.
If I'm at a club, huge PA, little place like this, low amp. So I'm always adapting on the road.
Sure.
That's just the nature.
You adapt your playlist. You adapt the volume.
Yes.
The sound. He's adaptable.
Adapt to overcome. That's right.
We're hanging out with Bug Benson here at the Iowa Music Showcase at Barnwired in Sigourney. Let's take our second break of the show, and we'll be back with one more song and 5 random questions with Bugs Benson right after this. Stop by James Family Greenhouse and Produce in Sigourney. They have a variety of hanging baskets, annuals, shrubs, perennials, trees, mulch, and vegetable plants. Plus, you can spruce up your landscape with yard decor or decorate the inside of your home with home decor. James Family Greenhouse is also a great place to stop in for some gift ideas. You got to stop in and see it all for yourself. James Family Greenhouse at 701 East Jackson in Sigourney. And be sure to follow their page on Facebook. Why choose Lifetime Dental? The legacy and experience of 30 years. Cutting-edge technology. Advanced education in pediatrics. Orthodontics. And restorative dentistry. A one-of-a-kind experience for the whole family. But most of all, we're compassionate doctors who are here to listen to your concerns and use our expertise to help. For all things dental, think Lifetime Dental. Complete Care of Iowa is a medical clinic located in Sigourney, Iowa that provides care to patients of all ages. Located at 113 East Marion Street in Sigourney. Call 641-541-4040. Complete Care of Iowa is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday by appointment only. They're currently accepting new patients. Find more information at CompleteCareOfIowa.com. Complete Care of Iowa. Healthcare for where you are.
Red, White, and Blue from Tassel Ridge Winery is one of Iowa's most popular red wines, and it's now available in cans. It's a sweet red wine that tastes like grapes right off the vine. Red, White, and Blue is great when served chilled and sipped as you sit on your porch watching the sunset or watching fireworks in the distance. Tassel Ridge Red, White, and Blue is available at about 350 retail outlets in Iowa. If you don't see Red, White, and Blue in cans or bottles, ask the manager to get it for you.
All right, we're back live here at the Iowa Music Showcase at Barnwired in Sigourney. A great place to stop in today and get some lunch and some drinks and get you going into this weekend. Of course, we're here every Friday at 11:30 with our Iowa Music Showcase. Next week, we'll have Brittany Sword making her return. She's an Oskaloosa native, and she'll be back with us next week at 11:30. So Brittany Sword next Friday. We're hanging out with Bugs Benson, my new best friend, here on the Iowa Music Showcase. Bugs, it's time for 5 random questions. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm always ready.
Okay, well, we always start with, I have a question of the day that goes up on Steve Shetler Media every weekday. Our question is for today, when was the last time that you saw a movie in the theater?
Oh, that's a great question.
Because, we've been seeing the decline of attendance and numbers and theaters. I'm just wondering, when was the last time you were in a theater for a movie?
Had to have been with my niece or nephew. I'm guessing 5-6 years.
Wow.
It's probably been 5 or 6
right.
years. It had been 9 years since I've been to our water park, so I'm guessing 5 or 6 years since I've been to a movie. Yeah.
Okay.
I used to go to the IMAX all the time, but that was 10 years
People
ago.
just sit at home and stream everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I know Neil and I were talking about that this morning. I can't even remember the last movie I've been to. I mean, it's probably been within the last year.
Yeah.
But I can't remember.
The last one, honestly, I remember that's coming to my mind is like an old Godzilla type of movie.
All right.
Or like King Kong, like one of those.
Maybe Godzilla versus Kong or something.
Yeah, it was one of those type of movies.
All right, question 2. What's a quirky habit of yours that never fails to make people smile? Now, I'm looking at you, and I'm thinking you might have a quirky habit or two.
Yeah, I do.
It's just me.
For sure. I have like some bugisms, they call them, little colloquial sayings that I say. I'll just.
Are any of those family friendly?
No, I'll just make up words. That's kind. I like doing that.
Let's just go with bugisms as your answer.
I'd say bugisms.
Right.
That's what people probably remember the most.
Question 3. How often, or maybe when was the last time you upgraded your phone?
Oh, great question. About 2 years ago, I had to get an iPhone. I had to make the switch from Android to iPhone.
Okay.
That was hard.
Yeah.
I had to have some girl I knew show me how to use my phone.
I'm Android for life.
Yes.
So's Neil.
iPhones are a whole other trip. So
Yeah.
About 2 years. About 2 years, Steve.
Right. Can you take Neil to go get his phone upgraded because he's in desperate need?
Yeah, I've been hearing commercials for Mint Mobile.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've listened to enough podcasts.
Okay.
That keeps popping up.
Question 4. Who put on the best concert that you've ever seen?
Oh. Great question.
I mean, you're obviously busy playing your own concerts.
Yeah.
You probably don't get to see very many on your own without you playing.
I can't narrow it down. I've seen Stevie Wonder. That goes down as one of the best shows I've ever seen. That was Bonnaroo 2010. I was about 15 years old, front row in Bonnaroo at Stevie Wonder. That was amazing. But probably, my favorite band is Black Sabbath.
All right.
Hands down. And I've seen them twice. So I would say those goes down as the best shows. The best show I saw Sabbath at was 2015 or 2016. It was all original except the drummer. So it was Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, Ozzy Osbourne, and then Bill Ward was not with them, but they had a really good drummer with them. But I was at the United Center.
Okay.
And the sound was just incredible. I mean, that goes down as one of the best shows I've ever seen. Tony Iommi is one of the best guitar players of all time. I mean, I think he goes down as the riff master.
Okay.
Nobody writes riffs like Mr. Tony Iommi.
Yeah.
So that's just a constant inspiration for me in my songwriting. I love riffs. I'm riff heavy.
And then back to the movies we go for question 5.
Ooh.
Are there movies, excuse me, as my squeaky voice squeaks, are there movies or shows that you have to watch every summer? Are there like some summertime movies that you pull out each summer to watch?
Ooh.
Now this was saying like Jaws. Jaws is kind of a summer movie, or
Jaws,
people are out in the
Sandlot.
Yeah.
I would say I watch Sandlot every summer.
Okay.
That's I love that movie.
Are you a ball player back in the day, or you just like that movie?
No, I just that movie just brings back a certain sense of nostalgia, and
isn't that the one where the one nerd kid is given the hot girl the mouth to mouth or something?
Yeah. He pretends to be he pretends that
she's giving it. Yeah.
He pretends that he's drowning, and so he gets out and just lays there. And the cute lifeguard comes over and realizes that he's faking it. Yeah.
Neil did that a couple of times, and He just did that the other day, actually. Went to the swimming pool and acted like he was drowning. It gets weird with Neil.
That should be a sticker. It gets weird with Neil.
Neil can't fight back. He's over there without a microphone. So, oh wait, careful. All right, let's get one more song. Again, we're hanging with Bugs Benson today on our Iowa Music Showcase, and he's got a gig tonight in Cedar Rapids with all those mean old nasty bicyclists.
Yes.
Instead of bikers, bicyclists.
Much to my surprise, and I love that place.
Yeah. So what do you got for one more song for us?
All right, I'm going to play you guys a very, very, very old tune. This song's probably 10, 13 years old. Simply titled Girl is all it's titled. It's kind of a slower song. It's got some psychedelic elements in it. It's got some twang elements to it, a little blues. So we'll give it a run for you.
And is there a weird twist that it's actually about a guy?
That is the twist, yeah.
I'm just being stupid. I'm known for being stupid, Bugs.
Oh, you're good.
So here we are. Anyway, one last time, Bugs Benson. Give him some love right now. Bugs Benson here on our Iowa Music Showcase.
Thank you so much, everybody. Let's do this thing. Tell me about your day, walk in the sun. Girl, just tell me about your ways, and we'll become one. One, my babe, one right in the sun. We were so alone, we were so cold. So alone. Saw you there before me in the setting sun. Grabbed your hand so closely and we started to run, my babe. Yeah, to run away from ourselves. We're so alone. So cold, we're so alone. Saw you there in the dusk light with eyes on fire. Girl, take me in the dark night, dancing on the wire, my babe. Oh, you can dance all night long. So cold. Girl, tell me about your day. We'll walk in the sun. Girl, just tell me about your ways, oh, and we'll become one. One, my babe. Yeah, one right in the sun. We're so alone. We're so cold. We're so alone. We were so cold. We were so alone.
Love it. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Bugs Benson here on our Iowa Music Showcase here at Barn Wired in Sigourney. Stop into Barn Wired for lunch today or any day. We'll be back here tomorrow morning for our sports section show, talking to area athletes and coaches at 8 a.m., so tune in for that. Again, next Friday, we've got Brittany Sword in as our guest for the Iowa Music Showcase. But Bugs, man, this has been a lot of fun. This has been a lot of fun getting to know you. I really enjoy your music. And it's the Iowa Music Showcase via courtesy of Geneseo, Illinois. So we'll have to do this again in the future.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. You guys like Bugs Benson today? All right.
Hey, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. It's always a pleasure. I love hanging out in Iowa.
All right. We'll need to get you back here into Southeast Iowa again sometime soon. So
I would
Bugs
love
Benson
that.
here on the showcase. Otherwise, that will do it for today. Thanks to you guys for hanging out with us. Thanks to Neil for running the controls. And we'll do it again next Friday with the Iowa Music Showcase here at Barnwired.